Absolutely love that phrase. I will forever preach that. Hey guys, I hope you are having a great weekend. It is Friday, October 11th, and normally this would not be my weekend because we do have school on Fridays. However, we had parent-teacher conference last night and they were kind enough to give us today off to kind of just rejuvenate and refresh, which is so important for teachers. Anyways, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Pax. I'm a middle school STEM teacher in the state of Idaho, and I'm here today on a Friday because I want to give you guys a tour of my classroom and just show you a little bit of how I organize my stuff, making sure that my students feel safe, because this classroom, it's my safe haven, and I hope it's the safe haven for some of my students as well, because that's the ultimate goal, that they just feel welcomed and excited to come to school. And that was my goal when I was making my classroom. Quick disclaimer, it is a lot cleaner than it normally is. I specifically decided to record this video in October because I know classrooms get so crazy, and I knew if I recorded this later, I would be forced to kind of do a deeper clean and a reset. So everything might be a little bit more organized and clean than normal, but that's abnormal, like I said. But I'm going to show you around. So let's go ahead and go outside and I'll show you what it looks like. So first thing is, right when you enter my classroom, it shows what I expect of the students, because they really are the future of the world, and I want them and everyone that comes to my class to know that. So I have this sign that says, "The future of the world is in this classroom." Absolutely love that phrase. I will forever preach that. But you open up, and then this is what it looks like when you first enter. I have the most beautiful window, which I love. Unfortunately, I have big dump garbage thing there, but we'll ignore that. Everything else is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and just start right by the door. So as soon as my students walk in, well, my first class is advisory. They have these lunch sticks. So this is how I figure out who's buying lunch and everything. All the sticks have their names on it. These are all the sticks. Then if they have hot lunch, they're going here. From home, they put it there, and it's also how I take attendance in the morning. It just makes it super quick and easy. I have my hand sanitizer and lotion because middle schoolers are always asking for lotion, so I decided to just put some options here for them to choose from. Then I have my hall passes. So how I do it is they grab a 4-minute timer, flip it over on their desk, and then that way I can easily see who's out of the classroom, and also I can kind of keep an eye if they're taking too long. And then I don't force them to wear these, but I have these awesome safety goggles that say hall pass on them. They're starting to break a little bit, like everything's come off of the yellow one, so I have to redo that one. But then I have these drawers. These are mostly just things that I would need, not so much students, but this is like my safety stuff, so like fire folder and everything. This is my extension cords and like extra chargers and stuff, extra pencils and white erasers. This has just extra hand sanitizer and scents for my scenting thing that I'll show you guys later. And these are stuff for Future City, so don't worry about that. Makes no sense right now, but Future City, it matters. And then I have my elements of a successful student. And these are not real elements, of course. And I wish I had sprayed them with the glossy stuff to make it not shine. So that's something maybe I'll do over break. But I have my elements. These were just printed on color paper and laminated. And then I stuck them on the door. But it has all the elements that I encourage in my classroom. And so I thought it was cute. I saw it on Pinterest and tried it, like put it together in one night, and it turned out pretty well. I wish I hadn't done the top in white letters because that's kind of hard to see. And then I wish I had sprayed it. And then along the edge of my door, I have these magnetic like decorations. Those were just from like Michael's or something. Oh, also, if you see like these random sticky notes, it's because it's covering like school stuff. But I have our PBIS matrix, so other expectations of the students. Engineering design process, I teach this in all my classes multiple times, so I have probably a few of these, but this is the one that I teach the students. We go through the engineering design process, and then our school has one that we designed as well. That one's used for both engineering, and we try and use it for behaviors as well. So teaching them to use the engineering design process for all of the things. Inside these cabinets, I absolutely love these cabinets. I talked about how unfortunately those drawers can't move because this doesn't open up wide enough, but I found use for them. I am in charge of the D&D club, and so I just keep a lot of my D&D stuff there and extra paper and stuff. You can see my D&D dice. This just has extra wipes and stuff like that. This has my driving questions and other laminated things, which I'll eventually put on that. They haven't hung it up yet. This is a brand new school, so they're still kind of getting to all of the things, but put all my driving questions up there and just extra Kleenexes. This is more D&D stuff, so probably like half this closet is D&D stuff. And then I just have some important forms, extra papers, so after we use them in class, and then just resources like multiplication charts and stuff like that. A few posters and things like that for when we do projects. This one just has colored paper. This has like magnets, and then still finding use for the rest of it. But I love these closets. I have a few more here. So this is my stem. I'll back up a little bit so you can see it. They're just wooden letters that I painted and stuck on there. Inside them, this one I have all my cameras and things like that, microphones. I teach a content creation club. Then I have extra paper. Up top, I have like my Ozobots and BattleBots. Use that as storage, just little tray things that they can use. All my extra Kleenexes and stuff like that. And down below, I have all my math manipulatives, like tucked in there real tight. And in this one, I have like other STEM stuff, like my Legos, my extra things, extra markers, because we use those a lot, and just playing cards and stuff like that. So all my extra stuff. Up here, I have like my extra paper and just like random stuff I use for science, like plastic wrap and tin foil. And then in here, I have more future study stuff. So once again, don't question, it's for class. I like keeping this nice and empty. I like keeping it empty until I get to like bringing in my science stuff. So whatever our experiments of that week, I'll just kind of set everything for the week on there. But I have a lamp, the tissues, and then this is my homemade microphone, which I am investing into a new microphone, but my kids absolutely love this. And it was just a toilet paper roll that I painted and then put tin foil. It's the most hideous thing, but they love it so much because I use that during our science talks, which are just encouraging them to talk scientifically. And we do like science circles, and they have to have the mic in order to talk. But here I have the student bins, so they keep all of their math and science notebooks. Up there currently is a mess because it has all of our student council Halloween decorations. It's a Halloween party. We're starting to organize that. And I have more notebooks there for another science class, and my future cities notebooks. They have a lot of paper, so we keep them in big binders there. And then these are my turn-in bins. So I just have a turn-in bin for math, and then I teach 2 science classes, and then technically I teach 2 future city classes as well, but they don't normally like turn-in papers, so I have that. And then I'll also have my health class, which is the second semester. I'll change that to health class. Then right below there, I have my weekly bin. So this is where I keep the things that I printed off ahead of time. So for example, I have Monday's papers in here, and then I just do that for each day. And then if I prepare extra for like the next week, I just put them in there and then organize them into the other ones. I have, these are just like those kitchen cushion things that I got from Walmart for a few dollars, and I just offer them for students to use on their chairs. Down there I have a few kind of like flexible seating, I guess, things. Then right here I have my mirror. So it's kind of not in the best spot because the window's right behind it, but it's just for like getting ready in the morning before the students come in, so not necessary. And then I have an award I got just for my after school programs, and like I mentioned, I teach D&D, so I have some dragons because they're awesome. Then we collect the tabs for the Ronald McDonald House, so I have that. This is normally filled with mints, but I've given them all out at this point. This is my teacher toolbox. I'm still missing 3 because I've decided to change what was in them, but I just made these on Google Slides, printed them off, laminated them, and then used like the double-sided tape to stick them on there. But I love this. I do use this stuff all the time, and as you can tell, I use binder clips for a lot of things, but I love having this available and just easy to get to. These are my ducks. Use them for some classroom management. So if you're wondering about that, just comment below. And then I have just a little extra storage for like sticky things, and I'll go to that later. I have my substitute binder and my teacher portfolio right here. So it's substitute binder is just so it's easy access. Like pretty much if I say where it is, the sub can find it easily if it's an emergency. And then just have some extra bins for when I hand things out in science and stuff like that. Up here, just have some stuff from students and the schedule. Like I said, I teach a content creation club, so this is like their badge because we don't allow kids to take out their cell phones. So if they want to take out their cell phone to take videos or pictures, they have to have that badge. And I love Bluey. So one of my students colored me that. Everyone compliments it. So I always keep my chair like to the edge. That's kind of like why it's like that right now. As you can tell, I have my desk against the wall because I'm never at it when the students are here. So that's kind of how I keep my desk most of the day, like with my chair to the side. And then I just can quickly like type things in to take attendance and stuff like that. But I did cover this up to kind of hide the filing cabinet. Makes it look a little bit better. And then with the plant on top, it's a little bit of greenery. And then I have my date, and I have stickers for my sticker wars that we do. I have an extra cardigan because I'm always cold. And behind that, we have to wear those out to the carpool line when we're doing carpool. So I try and cover it up with my black cardigan because it's so bright. But then I have my document camera, which I use a lot in math to just kind of show off students' answers and stuff like that. My phone. This koala was from one of my students that I've had for, I think this is year 3 now, but it's actually like a duster for the computer. I was always, because she would come in at lunch and I would always complain about how dusty my computer was. So she got me that the end of, I don't know, I think it was the end of last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago, but she got me that. I have my coaster, which I just keep my water on, and my diffuser. I usually put like this one in. It's like not focusing in on it, but it's like a focus one. But some students are kind of sensitive to it, so I don't use it that often. Mostly I just use it when I'm trying to focus. But the diffuser just kind of lights up, and this is something a student made me from clay. And then if you have never heard of these, so it's called a Merge Cube. It's like a VR thing, but it has an app that goes with it, and you can just open up whatever you're studying. So like the human body or plants or things like that. So that is super cool. I only have one, but I want to get a whole class set. Up above, we have our treatment agreement, and one of my students drew the pictures on it. I rave about those all the time, but I love that. We refer to that all the time. I have all my pens and pencils and all that, and my axolotl. I love axolotls. They are the cutest thing. And then all my pens and pencils, Febreze, all my remotes. The most amazing thing, clicker. If you don't have a clicker, get one. I have my plant, and this is, it's a wax warmer. That's what it's called, a wax warmer. And it just has wax that melts inside of it and makes your classroom smell good. I have a candle, even though I never light it, just because I think it looks really cute. It's from a teacher, and I just love how it looks. All my science books, and then this is my attention getter. I cannot yell. I do not have a loud voice at all, so I just chime this, give them a second, and then refer back to, if I need to, I count down. But my science talk poster. Up above, I have my schedule, just handwritten. I'm trying to decide if I want something that's more permanent, but for now that's working. It's a little small for others, but I can see it when I'm up here. Then I have my sticker wars. I can explain that in another video. Basically, it's like the Jolly Rancher Wars, but for stickers, and a spot where I can write people that get PBIS points. All around my whiteboard, I have this greenery, and it does turn on, so it lights up. It's kind of hard to see with my bright window though, so I don't normally turn it on, but still cute. I do like that. Then over here I have my math books, so it kind of looks like that, where you can have the science and the math books. And I have some of my favorite posters that are just math puns. And all around my classroom, I have these things. These are called Wipebooks. If you have never heard of them, I could do a whole video on just them because I love them so much. I use them every day, every day, and they are incredible. It gets the students out of their seats so they can write while they're standing up. It just really helps them with their thinking, and just, middle schoolers, they need movement, so I love using those. I use them in science too, just for drawing out our models and things like that, because a lot of middle school math is just drawing out models. So highly recommend. These things are incredible, and my favorite way to teach is with those, but I'll save all that for another video. I have a desk up here in case a student needs just a break from everyone. And then this table is just at easy access, so I can pull it out because I do a lot of science experiments, and as you can tell, there's not a lot of room here. So I just pull out that desk and then do the experiment here. But while we're talking about over here, this is my stool. I've had it for years now, but it's so wobbly. My students always think I'm gonna die when I'm sitting on it. It's really funny. But if you haven't gotten the vibe yet, I have been teaching for 6 years now. This is year 7, and a lot of my stuff has been around for that whole time, or maybe not the whole time, but probably at least close to 5 years. So it's kind of getting older, still does the job, so I'm keeping it around, but it's getting time where I might need to start getting new stuff, and that makes me sad, but it's working. Another thing that is working but getting old, as you can tell, it's crooked, but I've had this for probably 3 or 4 years, and it just has all the supplies students would need, and easy access. And then right above it, I have my sharpener and stuff. This is a clock I've had since my first year of teaching. Another math teacher gave it to me. It's had a few crashes. That's why it's not up right now. Also, like I said, it's a new building. They don't really want to put hooks in anything yet. So it just kind of hangs out right here because I think it's super cute with the math and everything. They also have not hung up my plant or my flag, but that will be in the corner. More Wipebooks. This is my affirmation station. So I love this. I love how it has the little dream and gifted, all those phrases that I want my students to feel. So I have those. And then it's a full-length mirror. So if anyone wants to check their fit, or sorry, check their drip, whatever they call it. I have plants along my windows along with some fake candles. Those are from my wedding. So I'm like 8 years old, but I love just the aesthetic look. And then I have all my STEM supplies in those 4 things. I'm not even going to go through those because I have so much, but I love these. They're really old. I'm pretty sure I've had, I think it's this one since like my first year of teaching. So, I think it's this one. You can tell by like the top, but I've had those for years. So those things never get old. They are amazing. I do teach in Idaho, so I found this at the DI for like $4 or something, but loved it, thought it was so cute. I have a question board. Eventually, I want it on the driving question board, but for now, since that wasn't up, I just kind of had them do it on a poster, but they just ask questions about what we're learning about. That's for my Future City class. And then with this, talked about this so many times, got it for free. Someone was just leaving it on the street, but I have like my clipboards and my whiteboards. As you can tell, they're used. And then this one doesn't have a hook, hence it being free and trying to get thrown away. But you can like reach under and just like scoot it out. So I keep like my other more like extra stuff in here. So these are my pockets that you can like write on with whiteboard markers, and then just extra notebooks and things like that. And then I do have these curtains on the end. Eventually I wanted to get like the ones that go across like the whole top, but I thought this just added enough where it looks like it has something. And then they like actually ended up putting in blinds on here, so we have blinds that we can like drop, and so then we can like just have a different vibe in the classroom. So if you want a little less natural lighting, or watching a video or something, I can drop those. And I have more Wipebooks. These, oh my goodness, I am obsessed with these. These were a gift from my co-teacher, and what she actually did was she had all of our students from last year paint one of the sections, because I was their math teacher, and so it was like we teach geometry, and so they were like practicing their geometry in English class while they painted, and one of the most sweet gifts I've ever received. So have those on my wall, absolutely love them. Then just some fake plants, and then this actually lights up, but it's just a cute little pencil. This is a drawer that I got from DI, painted, and then it's kind of getting old, but I didn't have a heart to throw it away, so I thought it fit in this corner pretty well. And then I have just extra chairs, more Wipebooks. Those are from an activity I did with my advisory. It's called Mondays Matter, and basically they just write things of how to make someone feel like they matter, and then they had to commit to one of them. So they have those things, and then like the quicker 5 minutes, 5-second ones over there. But I have Wipebooks there, and then my driving question board eventually will go up higher, and I'll just put like my driving questions for Future City and science and our projects and stuff on there. And then we just finish off with any announcements and things like that. We just put them up there along with my emergency thing, and there we have it. So like I said earlier, this is my safe haven, and I love it. It is not a Pinterest-worthy classroom or anything like that, but it is perfect for me, and it's perfect for my students, and I think that's all that matters. As long as you feel like you have everything that you need to make your students safe and excited, and then it's perfect. You don't need anything else. So find what is perfect for you and then stick with that. Don't worry if it's not something you can post on Pinterest or anything. If it has the systems and it is safe and your students enjoy coming to your class, then you're doing awesome. So here's your reminder, you are awesome. Even if you feel like you're lacking things, if you feel like things in your classroom are just old, I get it. I have been teaching for 7 years and my stuff is falling apart. In fact, probably half of this stuff is either free from DI or something I've had for more than 5 years. So keep that in mind when you're setting up your classroom or just buying new things for your classroom. Like it's not all necessary. And whatever is necessary is what makes you feel happy and your students. So just remember that. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.